Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this morning, well, about late this morning, I guess you could say, for uh, the Throwback movie review season 3 recap video, or videos. It might be in parts, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna discuss from 1 to 18 of each episode that I reviewed this whole season in this Throwback movie review season 3 that I'm gonna go over and what movies I reviewed and let you know my thoughts on what I think of each movie I reviewed this whole third season. So let's dive into this recap video. Now, the first episode I did was for Purple Rain, and that was on September 13th of last year. I quite enjoyed that movie. It had some moments where I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but it was a good movie for what it was. Um, then, because Prince was basically having struggles in the movie, I mean to say, not in real life. He was having struggles with an abusive father and all that. So there were things going on in his life that he basically was trying to mask and all that in the movie when he's out in public and all that, because he doesn't want people seeing what he really goes through in his family life and all that. But basically, yeah, I did enjoy the movie. It was a good movie. So episode 1 I did was for Purple Rain, and that was on September 13th of last year. Episode 2 I did was for Goodfellas, and I quite enjoyed that movie. It was surprisingly good, honestly. I can't remember everything I watched from it, but I remember that it was about the mob and all that. So, and this one guy, Ray Liotta, in the movie, his character got out of it or something. So, yeah, it was one of those crazy kind of movies, mobster movies, I guess you could say. So, I reviewed that on September 20th of 2021, and definitely go check out that review. I think you might enjoy it. Um, can't remember everything that happened in the movie, but I remember seeing the movie and I'm like, huh, this was a really good movie. So, episode 2 I did was for Goodfellas. Episode 3 was for Blade Runner 2049. I had to change it at the last minute because I couldn't find the movie Crank that I wanted to review. But you'll be seeing that movie review sometime in the future. Uh, I don't know when, but maybe next season or something like that. Basically, this was a pretty good movie, honestly. Ryan Gosling in the movie plays as K or whatever. I guess that's what they're calling him. Um, and basically, he's trying to find out where he came from and all that in the movie. It's a pretty long movie, honestly. It's like 2 hours and 40 something minutes. So you're in for quite a long watch for this movie. But basically, it was a really good movie. Batista was in it for a brief period of time, but not very long. Um, and yeah, it's just a futuristic kind of movie that's basically, uh, there's good guys, and Jared Leto plays this creepy guy in this movie, honestly. And yeah, he pulled it off with his performance at the time. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049 I reviewed on September 27th, so definitely go check out that review. I think you might enjoy it. Episode 4 I did was for Elektra, and God, that was a bad movie. I think Jennifer Gardner was great in it, but the movie script was not very good. It was very fast paced, and it just didn't have a lot of excitement for the movie. So at the time when I watched it, I thought, it's okay. But now watching it in 2022 or 2021 at that time, didn't like it on another watch of it. So yeah, it's a disappointing movie. So Elektra made it as episode 4, so definitely go check it out. I reviewed it on October 4th, so then after that I took a 2-week break from it because of it being Columbus Day the next Monday, so yeah. Episode 5 I did was for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I was trying to watch this movie, but I didn't get a chance to. I remember what I watched for this movie. It's just about Bill and Ted, Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves in the movie. Basically have to find a way to pass their history project or whatever presentation so they can pass the 12th grade, of course, their senior year, or they're going to flunk and get left behind or whatever, but they find a way to do it, so they have someone help them with their history presentation or history project that they have to do together, and they bring back these ancient historians from the past and all that they go in a time machine in a phone booth or whatever. So it's kind of a interesting movie, but pretty cool. So for its time, it was pretty cool. It came out in 1989, so it was quite an enjoyable movie. So yeah, episode 5 I did was for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Definitely go check out my review for it. I do mention that I haven't seen it in a bit, but I remember what I watched for it. So I've watched it plenty of times. So I was ready to do that review. Episode 6 I did was for Vampires Suck. Didn't like this movie at all. I think the girl that played Bella or was trying to portray as that character but make fun of her. She overacted in this movie and I didn't fucking like it. I was like, this movie is so bad. And then there's other scenes in the movie that I just couldn't like. So this was a really bad movie. So fuck that movie. I probably won't review it again because I wanted to review something that I thought would be funny, but it didn't pull off the great parody moments in the movie. There were some scenes that I found good, and then there were some scenes that was a little too much and basically unnecessary. So, yeah. Episode 6 I did was for Vampires Suck, so definitely go check out that review. I think you might like it. I kind of rant in that review. Episode 7 I did was for Scary Movie 2. Now, this is how you pull off a good parody movie, honestly. Because this is what I kind of said in the movie review, I believe so. I reviewed it on November 1st, a day after Halloween, of course. And yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It was pretty funny from time to time. Marlon Wayans and Keenan Ivory Wayans is in this movie. And other actors, like Anna Faris, I believe. And some other actors as well. So, yeah, this movie did very well for what it was going for. Well, it's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's the best movie, but it pulled it off with what it was going for with the parody scenes. Then there were some scenes that was a little too much and unnecessary of it trying to do that, but still, episode 7 I did was for Scary Movie 2, so definitely go watch that review. I think you may like it. Episode 8 I did was for Man of Steel, and quite an enjoyable movie. Uh, Henry Cavill plays as Superman or Clark Kent in this movie, and it's basically a self-discovery movie for a bit, and then he goes and fights what's his name? I can't remember his name, but basically he has to kill him. Um so yeah, there were pretty good fight scenes in this movie, and it's a shame they didn't make another one, honestly, because I think it would have been well worth it. Because it's been like almost 10 years since the last Man of Steel movie, since that Man of Steel movie came out, but I know Henry Cavill's been busy with other superhero movies like Justice League and Batman versus Superman and other things like that. But yeah, it's a shame they didn't make another one, but still, Man of Steel was a very good movie, so definitely go check out my review for it. I do mention that I didn't get a chance to watch it at the time, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. So, yeah. Episode 9 I did was for Big Trouble in Little China. Now, this one I did watch, and it was pretty good. It's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's the best watch, but there were some good moments in it. Maybe it's a really good movie. I don't remember. It came out in the 80s, like late 80s, I believe. And Kurt Russell plays as Jack or whatever in this movie. And they have to save these girls with green eyes that have been taken by uh, this sorcerer or whatever. Um, Lopan, I believe, is what his name is. So basically, they have to rescue them and fight these other bad guys. There's some funny scenes in it, and then there's some good action scenes that I personally think have good action scenes. But the script did very flawless, so it was not a bad script. So I'll give them that. Um, so they pulled off a pretty good movie. So yeah, they're. Oh, sorry about the ding. It's my phone or whatever. It's I think the weather thing notification or whatever. Basically, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China was the ninth episode I reviewed, so definitely go check out that review. And I'll mention this last one I did, and then I'll have to return to you for part two. Um, episode 10 I did was for Rush Hour, and that was a pretty enjoyable movie. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are in this movie, and man, their chemistry in the movie was like very well done, and honestly pretty funny too. There were some funny moments in the movie that I quite enjoyed. So, yeah, definitely go check out my review for it. It's for episode 10 for Rush Hour. I think you may enjoy it. So, yeah, maybe in the future I'll probably do another Rush Hour movie review for Rush Hour 2 or and 3 as well. Cuz they only made 3 films, so yeah. Definitely go check out my review for it. I think you may enjoy it. That's going to be it for part 1 of Throwback Movie Review Season 3 recap video. I will return to you for part 2 in a little bit for uh, the Throwback Movie Review Season 3 recap video. So, for part 2, of course. So, stay safe, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed part 1 for what I was going for with this one. I got to do 10 episodes for this one, so I got a little past halfway. So, because there's 18 episodes I did for this whole season, so I'll definitely see you in my next video.